Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dylloop and welcome back to my Factorio Megabase, work in progress Megabase that is. Last episode we set up our copper smelting, and off camera, because you've seen me do it a couple of times already, I went ahead and set up one for stone and steel. The steel one's not even hooked up yet. I'll do that when I need it. The stone, on the other hand, I did need because as you can see in my map, my pollution's about to start reaching this biter base over here, and it's probably already reached this one. And I'm going to start needing some defenses. I did come down here, I crafted a bunch of ammo and set up some gun turrets down here. All I did was I just put a box with 4 inserters coming off of them with them around it, and I need to throw up some walls. But to do that, I need smelted stone, and I figured I might as well go big or go home and make a ton of it. Now, right now, all of our stone is going into that. I really don't want that. Why are you out of coal? Oh, look, no inserters on that one. Let's go ahead and grab a couple. It's kind of nice with those icons. You could figure out exactly what's wrong with it. There we are. So grab a couple of that. Now, all of our stone is currently going into this, and I really don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually come up here, and I'm going to put in a splitter and just bring a belt down. And I'm going to take, let's see, I need a couple of chests. One more. I'm going to go ahead and take all 4 of these fast inserters and just place them like this and box up all this excess stone. And for that, I'm going to need a power line. Just go and throw one there and bring it up here. That's going to bug me. OCD time. There we are. So that'll box up all my stone for me, and the reason I want stone is for actual rail lines, but I do want a lot of the smelted stone bricks as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take some assembling machines, which I already have lying around, and I want to start crafting some stone walls. Now they take 5 stone bricks a piece. I'm going to want to just make them some fast inserters, get a couple of boxes, and then I'm going to bring it down this way. And I'm not sure that I'm going to need a whole lot of stone later on, but I'm just going to go ahead and pop a splitter in there just in case. And we're going to grab our 2 assembly machines, and I'm going to throw them down here and here. It's a little crowded, but I shouldn't need to expand this. And now let's do some math real quick. These stone walls take 0.5 seconds to craft, and they take 5 stone bricks, so I'm thinking maybe two or 3 inserters per 1 output. That sounds good. And might as well have overkill on the input. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need more. Let's go ahead and make just 5 more real quick. And for the output, I'm going to have it output onto a belt like that. And then at the bottom, I'm going to have it boxing up. Let's grab a box. Just throw it there. Alright. And these are going to both make stone walls. There we are. Go ahead and give it some power. I'm going to throw a power line here and here. And then we'll just connect it in right. That's off. There we are. And that'll start making me some stone bricks. And now that I have these fast inserters, I can go ahead and output onto the belt and into the box. And I went ahead and used that line to turn on the steel smelting. Now I haven't added iron to it yet. Now the stone bricks over here, I didn't want as much buffer space, and I kind of didn't have the room because of the lake. I only put 6 storage boxes on each side, and that should be way more than enough. But the steel I did add more. And it looks like I missed inserters again over here. Let's grab a couple of them. And this episode we're going to be setting up our science production circuits, and I'm going to go and I'm going to do both green and red science in one go, just all in one setup. That way I don't have to come back and upgrade it for a little while, not until I have blue science. I need blue science, and that'll be some time. Which one is it? It was this one here. So I need to throw an inserter here and here. Wrong way. That way. There we are. And then to get the iron down, what I want to do is I want 50% of my iron being smelted into steel, and that might be too much. I'm going to go with let's see. Right now I don't have any other drain on my my iron, so it's actually going to smelt all of it, but I'm thinking, how do I split it into just like 25%? You know what, let's just take 50% of the iron here. And we'll just bring it down there and hook that in. So now that'll start smelting some steel for me. I'm going to need that later on for rail lines and stuff. Alright, so let's see. Science. So the red science pack take 1 copper plate and 1 iron gear wheel, and the green science pack take 5 transport belts, or 1 transport belt and 1 inserter. And the inserter takes electric circuits, iron gear wheels, if I can speak. And then the transport belt takes iron gear wheels and the iron plate. So I think what we're going to do is start with circuits and think about where I want to put these. Now I kind of want to leave this area open for expansion on our smelteries, so we can add smelters as we need them. So I kind of want to move down here a little bit for our actual factory, and here might be a good place to start. Move away from the smelters. I've seen a lot of people build factories really tiny and compact, and I've done that before, and I did that when I first started playing, but you should use as much space as you have available to you. Right now we're kind of limited because of the biterness, but these worlds are infinite, so it doesn't really matter how big your factory is. So I'm gonna actually I'm gonna need some copper, and I should be good on iron. I have plenty in my inventory. I'm just gonna grab out of this box. This is 1.6k because it's full, and then let's see, how do I want to do this? Probably 5 per copper, or per circuit. And let me kind of map this out a little bit. It's been a while. I kind of have a build in mind, and I know the ratios. You need two copper coils per 3 circuits smelting, or 3 circuit factories. So, and that's even because it takes 3 copper cable, 1 iron plate. Let's go ahead and I even start crafting those factories yet? No, I did not. Hurry up and craft, you. Alright, so let's see. I got 5 of them so far. So we're gonna probably start here, and it's set up something like this, right? Is that what I want? Yes. And then the output would be here, and I would have the same thing on the other side. Now I'm kind of debating on how to do this. I kind of want buffer storage, so I might move it down by 1, like that. And the circuits take iron and copper cable. I could have the copper cable come in here, and this might be a good spot to put the iron, right? Like that, coming in. And then I'm gonna need a bunch of fast inserters. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch. Get rid of the boxes. How do I want to rearrange? I don't want this on here anymore. Let's set this to boxes. So how do I want this? Well, here's the problem, is it's a little bit tight on space, but it's actually not, because I don't have anything longer. How do I input this? Well, I guess I could save some space. So if those only need 1, if I can grab this inserter, if they only need 1 iron, I would have an output here, and maybe 2? Inputs for iron, and then have an output into a box, and then move this belt down by 1, like this. Have a box, have an output, and have that right here and here as well. And what that means is I'm going to need some underground belt, and I should be able to do something like this. Yeah, that'll work. Nice and compact. I don't know what I'll do with the power poles yet, but I should be able to place them here. And then, here. Okay. And I wouldn't have any buffer storage for the circuits. but that's all right. I don't think, or for the copper coils, that's all right, because if this gets shut off, I'll have the buffer storage for that. So what I want to do is something like this again, and those should be able to grab the plates if I'm not wrong, the iron. And I don't really know a way to test that. And then we get boxes, and then we'd have this mirrored on the other side. So we'd have an output, and then up here, now copper coil, where is it? Intermediate products. Copper coil takes 1 copper plate and 5 seconds to craft. Let's just fill it up. I don't remember, there's like a ratio to these. Let's just do that, right? For copper. And then for the circuits, we do something like that. Alright. That's probably going to be a bit overkill, and I don't know how I'm going to lay the power yet. I could put buffer storage and make it a bit easier on myself. Actually, these aren't lined up. So I'll do this. I'll move it over by 1. Then that leaves a gap in the middle. And we're going to need even more fast inserters. And then this I don't need. So I put it here. And then I would put the power line. So these each have 2 going in. And I could put the power line right here in the middle, here, and up here. Yeah, just like that. Okay, this is getting complicated. And then I'm going to have this actually mirrored on the other side, so it's going to be 2 sets coming in. I'm trying to think of a way to do that. These belts might get extremely full, especially when I upgrade these in the future, because I'm going to upgrade these to better assembly machines. And I have fast inserters. So I just need 1 more here. I'll need the input belt coming in like so. And then that's the output, input. Let's bring this out. Am I gonna need more belt? I am. Let's craft them now before I run out. Okay, so now all I need to do is bring down the copper. And to do that, we're going to split off of this main line here, and I'm actually gonna bring it over first. And there's a tree in the way. I cannot wait to get rid of every tree ever made. Hate them with a vengeance. And I'm going to bring this down like this. Then what I'll do is I'll split it off, and I will, let's work backwards here so I can line it up. Like that. That's my input. But to do that, I'm going to want a splitter here to bring down the second input. And then the iron is going to have to come down as well. And I already split it off the main line. What I'm going to do is grab it and come down. And I want to leave some gap in between here. So I'm going to say like here-ish. It's going to be a good spot to come down. And then I'll go 3 up or like that. Let's get rid of this tree. 2 trees in the way. There's going to be a lot of them. There's so many trees right over here. It's kind of a bad start with how many trees. At least I have plenty of wood. And get rid of this. Get rid of this one. I cannot wait until I have a combat shotgun or logistics robots or something to get rid of these. To be honest, I haven't actually ever played with logistics robots, so I'm kind of excited to do that. Alright. So now our iron main bus is coming down. We can go ahead and just bring it down a little farther and split it off. And then we're going to take a belt like so down to here. And I'm actually going to want to split it 1 more time. Like that. Bring it down. And that's going to be for the second setup. And I'm out of belts again. And so the iron's going to come in here, copper up there, these output here, and those I'll probably run right in between the 2. Sounds good. I know it's a little snaky, but there we are. Perfect. Now let's give it some power and see if it works. I just realized something. We're not going to have any power to our machines. So the best way to do it is just put a power pole here. And then I can bring a line here, yeah, and there. So now we have power. All I need to do is say that these three are going to be making coil, or these two. And these three... Did I do this backwards? I did it backwards. Oh no. It needs... I said this too. It needs 3 coils. Alright, let's turn these off real quick. Move everything. Stop what you're doing. Power down. I did it backwards. No, what a waste of time. It is really... It's been a while since I've played, because these need to be here with a gap. Let's get rid of this. And this, and like basically that whole episode was just wasted because I fucked up. And that should be good. 2 going into each, right? And then I have all of these going like that. I guess I didn't mess up that bad. I need to change these belts up a little bit. I don't know why chests take forever to break, but they do. And we're gonna have the same deal, two coming out, or 2 going in, 1 coming out. So we'll have the 1 coming out in the center, the 2 going in on the edges, and we'll remove this. Get my underground belt, like so. Throw 1 there. Now that should be good. Now all we have to do is get power. 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 Power all the things. And then up here as well. Power and power. And I need 1 more inserter over here. And of course, oh no, I'm using fast inserters. And the belt needs to be a little bit longer. And let's see what I'm missing. Nope, it looks like everything should be good to go. Put a line in, set these to copper coil. Now you can shift and right click and then shift left click to copy things. And then I want this one to be circuits. Shift right click, shift left click, and that should be working as long as these are getting iron. Oh, and of course they're not because of that. Perfect, and those will grab iron off of the underground belt. So now we have a buffer storage here for our circuits. I don't want that many, probably 2 stacks in each. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to tell you guys. Now, the stone, before I leave off here, that'll run and get me some circuits, and I'll mirror it off camera so that I don't waste that time. How's this going? Oh, I'm gonna limit those. I don't want that many walls. Let's limit this to like say 200, like that, and that won't make that many walls now. These are actually all limited, or are they? Apparently not. These aren't limited. Alright, so I want to limit these to 2 stacks a piece. It's the steel. I limited the steel. All this stuff for right now, I don't want it sucking up all of my stone, and as you can see, oh, it's not turned all the way on because half of it's getting boxed up. And then these ones down here are limited. These are the ones that I limited to 2 stacks apiece. And we'll extend it if needed. I forgot to put an inserter here. Perfect. Right on time too. I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode up here soon. We have our copper our circuits going this episode for our red and green science. Next episode, or off camera between the episodes, I'm going to go ahead and mirror these. And one of the things that I wanted to ask before I headed out here was whether you guys want me to victory poll. I did find out the correct term. What it is these little green things. If you place chests, it'll stop these biters from spawning too close. Now, I wanted to ask you guys how you guys feel. Do you want more combat, or do you want to see me build huge without having to worry about biters attacking every 10 minutes. That's up to you guys. Go ahead and leave your comments. Hopefully this is going to be enough circuit production. There are probably better builds, and I might look into them, and if I can find a better build between the episodes, I might make it real quick, and then I'll run through it off camera. That was kind of just my build from really just throwing it down. So I'll see you guys next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the episode and leave a comment if Factorio is something that interests you guys, and subscribe for more content. Bye bye.